And Tsusukim gave to Jeroboam Anno, the eldest sister of Tekemina, his wife, to him as wife. She was great among the king's daughters. 1 Kings 12:24e of the New English Translation of the Septuagint. Last week, we discussed Bathsheba, who is the mother of King Solomon, the son of King David, who was king of Israel, credited with defeating the Philistines and writing much of the Psalms. If you're not familiar with them, check them out in the Holy Bible. Solomon had many wives and concubines, and one of his wives was an Ammonite who was the mother of Rehoboam, his son, who would succeed him to the throne. However, he had some issues in becoming the successor king to the throne, as he had to defeat Jeroboam, who was a servant of Solomon that rebelled against him and his son's rulership and set up a new kingdom in the north of Israel, northern Israel, after finding refuge in Mizraim, Egypt, with Shishak, who has been identified as Shoshank I of Egypt, of the 22nd dynasty of Egypt, which I call Mizraim, using the biblical term. And this is a fascinating time. He was the king around circa 980 BC. So it's an exciting time, particularly because it's a time when the historical record aligns with the biblical record. And Shoshank I is thought to be Shishak of the Bible, who invades and attacks Judah, and takes many of the treasures from the kingdom. The Bible, which I just described to you in 1 Kings 12:24e, describes the wife of Jeroboam as the sister-in-law of Shishak. Her name isn't given in all versions of the Bible, but it is given in the Septuagint as Anno, and she's the sister of Tekemina. If we are following the biblical chronology as well as the historical record, Shishak would be Shoshank I, as I mentioned before, and Shoshank I was actually married to Queen Karomat, a Nubian. Karomat is also Karomama, and I say that she's likely Nubian, although we don't know much about her ancestry. We do know that she's Egyptian or Libyan, and she's the mother of Osorkon I, who has been identified as Zerah, the Cushite, who is Nubian. So for that reason, I suspect Carol Mat or Carol Mama, the wife of Shoshank I, was Nubian. Shoshank I also had a consort, Patareshnes, who is thought to be likely a Libyan, as her father held the title Great Chief of the Foreigners in Egypt, Mizraim. Shoshank was a Libyan, though he was a pharaoh of Mizraim, Egypt, and his descendants would also be connected with the Phoenicians, who have been described as Moors. Moor legend says that they descend from Melanic Yafrik, a king who brought the Sabaeans, people of Sheba, to Libya, and the Ethiopian tradition says that Menelik was the son of Sheba, Queen of Sheba, and Solomon. Either way, around this time, Sabaeans of Sheba settle with the Libyans of the 22nd dynasty, and this dynasty conquers the Holy Land, Israel, taking much of the treasures. And some Israelite tribes, including the tribe of Dan, is said to have moved to Africa as well as Ethiopia. In the Bible, Shishak was allied with various countries in his conquest of Israel, including the Libyans, Sukkim, and the Cushites. In sum, the northern kingdom of Israel after Solomon is a mix of Israelites, Libyan, Africans, Phoenicians were Moors, as well as Nubians, Shabeans, who are also the descendants of Cush. And these people of the north were in part mothered by Ano, the Nubian, Libyan wife of Jeroboam, king of the northern kingdom of Israel. And I'd like to just honor her today with this podcast. Give thanks. I appreciate you checking in and listening. Are you tired of working that 9 to 5? Gotta scrimp and save just to survive? Come get the tools you deserve to thrive when you decide to take the dive into the pursuit of your own bliss. Come learn how to start a business. For the book or the course, you just need to go to the website linked below. All brought to you care of Online Pro.